Welcome to Eat at Joe's. Let's make a breakfast fried rice. What is breakfast fried rice? It's pretty much what you'd expect. Like regular fried rice, we're using scrambled egg, but what makes it special is we're using bacon. You don't have to limit yourself to bacon on this. Onion, bell pepper, sun-dried tomato, basically anything that you'd like inside of an omelet, you're gonna like inside this fried rice. Check out my other video about making bacon bits and bacon fat, and we'll just move on to making the fried rice. Take 2 tablespoons of bacon fat and add it to the non-stick wok over a high heat. There are 2 big things that can screw up this dish: adding too much oil and overcrowding your wok. Drop in 4 eggs, and beat in the bacon fat as they cook. Once they come together, remove them from the wok and let them rest in a bowl off to the side. Next comes the rice, but this is where things get tricky. You don't want fresh rice. You know when you have leftover white rice from a Chinese takeout container in the fridge for a day or 2, so it gets a little hard and breaks apart instead of sticks together? That's the kind of rice you want. Since we used 4 eggs, we're going to use 2 cups of rice. This is going to be an egg-heavy fried rice. That's because it's for breakfast. Make sure all the rice is as broken up as possible before you put it in. This will save you time and frustration later. Add 2 teaspoons of bacon fat to the wok over a high heat. 1 teaspoon per cup of rice. High heat and low oil are vital for making fried rice correctly. When you put this rice into the wok, you should hear it snap, crackle, and pop. That tells you that the outside of the rice is frying and the oil is not being absorbed into the inside of the rice. This is why you don't want to overcrowd your wok. The cold rice will cool down your wok and your oil, and so it won't be able to stay hot and continue to fry your rice. When you hear that special sizzle when food fries, that's because the water in the food is rapidly turning to steam, and as it does, it violently reacts with the hot oil surrounding it. That's why sometimes you can get popping and spattering inside of a pan when you fry food. Keep the rice moving, either with a toss of the wrist or with a turn of a silicone scraper. Do not turn down your heat. Move the food around instead. If you see clumps of rice, just press them against the side of the wok with your scraper. After a couple of minutes, you'll notice the outside of some of the rice will start to look bubbly and crispy. And that's when you know you're ready for the next stage. When it comes to soy sauce, don't cheap out, but that doesn't mean you have to buy the top shelf stuff either. My go-to sauce anywhere in the world is usually kikkoman, but anything that I see that has Japan or Taiwan on it, that's what I buy. There is a technique in the soy sauce. Drizzle it around the outside edge of the wok so that the sauce goes between the rice and the wok. This uses the Maillard reaction, browns and caramelizes the sauce, and makes for a more delicious fried rice. Drizzle the sauce down the edges of the wok, rotating around the rim twice, and let it sizzle until it stops steaming. Then give it a toss. You'll want to do this another 2 to 4 times, depending on how you like your rice. I'm going to do it another 3 times, so the whole dish is a light brown. Now it's time to add the egg and sausage. We're back to a question of how much to add. Obviously it's a matter of preference, but in my recipe, I use a 1-to-4 ratio between the bacon, egg, and rice. That's to say that however much rice you add, you want half as much egg. However much egg you have, you want half as much bacon. We'll use a half cup of bacon bits, which I've kept a little larger than my usual bits, but you can do it as you like. Turn off the heat and mix everything together. From here, you can eat it straight up, or put it in a baking dish, top it with cheese, and throw it in the oven, or even put it into a tortilla and make a kind of fusion breakfast burrito. Thanks for watching Eat at Joe's. Hope you enjoyed my breakfast fried rice. See you next time.